Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. Like I told you, man, I'm one of the realest dudes on YouTube. Like I said before, I'm not finna keep tooting my own horn, but I try to be as authentic as possible. Like I said, even when I like somebody or I'm cool with somebody, at the end of the day, if I see something that's wrong or whatever the case may be, or I'm just speaking on it, and I'm just speaking on this situation. But, I want to talk about a situation that occurred many moons ago with Michael Jordan and his children. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, Michael Jordan, lucky that he came up in an era before they had what you would call social media, because I'm going to tell you right now, man, had a story like this that came out like now with Michael Jordan, I don't know. Michael Jordan, it would be even tough for David Stern to be trying to do damage control with this situation because people don't play when it come to children and stuff. But keep in mind, Michael Jordan played in an era where it wasn't no YouTube, no Twitter, no Facebook, none of that stuff. So luckily for Michael Jordan, by the time he got out of basketball as a player, the internet thing was just starting to, start up. It was basically, you know, it was basically, a unfinished product. It was basically in its opening stages. It was relatively young and people didn't know what they were really going to do with it or what it was going to be used for. But yeah. Well, I came across a story with Michael Jordan and an incident that happened with his oldest son, Jeff. And it get to the point with Michael Jordan where you got to say, damn, Michael Jordan, come on, man, you doing too much. And I know people love to brag about that Michael Jordan was a fierce competitor and he loved to compete. But when do your competitiveness become a problem, a obsession, where it could lead to something problematic? And I'm going to tell you something, Michael Jordan's competitive streak could have led to something very, very serious. Okay. And like I said, if for you Jordan nut huggers and apologists, you might not want to listen to this video because I know there are some Michael Jordan apologists where he can do no wrong in their eyes. And you have to ask this situation, are the media going to talk about this? Now, they talked about this on the Breakfast Club, but here's the thing. Michael Jordan could have almost took out one of his children. Seriously. Now, apparently when Michael Jordan's children were very young, I guess in the backyard or something, they were playing like touch football. And as they say, Michael Jordan is a fierce competitor. And they said he was, playing touch football with his children, his two sons, Jeff and Marcus. Jeff is 31, I think, and Marcus is 28, 29. He has a daughter that's like 27. So, with that being said, Michael Jordan got a little too aggressive with his son, and basically he ended up either tackling his son a little too hard or lunging towards him to where his son Jeff might have hit his head on some kind of glass table or something. And they basically said that he split his head to the point to where he was insanely bleeding. And they said he was bleeding so bad to where you could see the meat hanging out of his head. That's how deep the cut was. Now, they said that they took him to the hospital and he had to require 30 stitches. Now, I don't know who Michael Jordan talked to or whoever the doctors was, but obviously Michael Jordan or the league helped cover up this story, because had this happened now, you would have been hearing all these groups, Child Protective Service might have came to Michael Jordan's house. I'm just keeping it 100. I know people don't like to hear these type of things, but I'm just keeping it real. Had that happened now, who knows? I'm just keeping it 100. 30 stitches. I understand accidents happen, but you don't play to the point to where you get so physical with a child to where you damn near kill him. 30 stitches. And this didn't make the media. This didn't make the press. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guarantee you a couple of palms were greased. I can guarantee you a couple of envelopes was handed to people. But in this day and age, somebody would have leaked to the press. This would have got out. Now, before y'all say, well, Michael Jordan was just playing, it was an accident. Well, you know what? It don't matter. Accidents can happen to you being careless. Yes or no? Ain't y'all the same people that was so disgusted with what Adrian Peterson did with corporal punishment towards his child? Didn't everybody have something to say about that? Like I said, to some of you Michael Jordan apologists, he can do no wrong in y'all eyes. And Michael Jordan, if he did that, that's just, well, they pretty much saying he did do it. Now, I know people going to say, oh man, this kid is snitching. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, it happened to them. I mean, we got to talk about this kind of shit because they talk to the media about it. So you can't give me a hard time about doing a video about it, because I have a right to. But man, 30 stitches? I mean, come on, man. You got to knock it off. I'm serious. I'm keeping it 100. Michael Jordan could have killed one of his kids. It's that serious. 30 stitches? Like I said, had that happened this day and age, it would have been very difficult for Michael Jordan to keep this out of the media, because somebody would have leaked it. Michael Jordan's kid had to go to the hospital to get 30 stitches. Or unless they called a doctor and he came to the house. But nevertheless, man, you talk about 30 stitches. That's a lot of stitches. I guarantee you, if I take my son to the hospital and I injured him like the way Michael Jordan allegedly, well, I'm not going to say allegedly, injured Jeff, they coming to my house. They going to question me. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Michael Jordan, to a certain degree, he's seen it has some issues to a certain degree. Like I said, it's okay to have a competitive nature, but you want to compete even with your children? You want to beat them and everything? At the end of the day, it's okay to teach your children how to win and everything, but it comes to the point to where you got to back off of shit. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, man. That's crazy about Michael Jordan. Do I think he took it too far? Absolutely. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.